What actually works for shifting your scarcity mindset? Good follow-up question there to the list of scarcity beliefs. I teach the 3 R's. So the first one is reciprocity, meaning that giving is an alignment, not an extraction. So we are not us versus the donor and we're trying to go through the donor to get to their money and take their money away from them. That's a really adversarial framing of what happens in fundraising. What actually happens is that you're developing an exchange with the donor. You are determining whether you are in alignment on values, whether they care about your mission, and you're bringing them closer and closer into your work and your relationship over time through a process called cultivation. And that you and the donor partner together looking at the problem of funding the mission, and you determine how that donor is going to help you reach the mission. It's not extractive. We're not taking money from those donors because the donor is getting back as much as they're giving. They're seeing their values at work in the world. They're seeing a nonprofit that they care about succeed. And they're getting those warm, fuzzy feelings of their money doing something that they themselves couldn't do because of lots of reasons. Maybe they don't have time to be doing that, but either way, they want to see this work get done. So the donor is getting a lot. It's not adversarial. It is a reciprocal relationship. So we begin to understand fundraising differently with the first R, reciprocity. The second R is what I call receivership. So if you can't receive small things in your life, if you can't let a friend buy you a cup of coffee without saying, oh, no, let me get it. You need to be able to receive gracefully. Or when a donor says, hey, let me give you a check for $250,000, you're going to absolutely freeze up and probably freak out that happened. And also you're just going to give off vibes that you are not worthy of that sort of support. So reciprocity, meaning the donor gets as much as they give in a philanthropic situation. Receivership, so your own sense of deep worthiness and your ability to receive gracefully. So that's countering this cultural message that we have to give something in exchange. So we're moving from transactional to transformative, right?